You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.
Hello everyone. Today we have 2.5 tons of pure luxury. It's a 2013 Lincoln MKT. This being a Lincoln, you actually have to focus on the details. And as you can see, it isn't much of a looker, but they did focus on the details like I just said. So you can see there's chrome right here on the door handles. There's polished aluminum on the wheels. And in the front end, they sort of kept it sort of like they do with every single car out there. They have the wings. You can tell every Lincoln by the wings nowadays. Back in the old days, it didn't have them, but now they do. And it actually gives it a little bit more of a better look, because so you can see angel wings give everything a better look. Also, the Lincoln sign, that right there is bigger than it used to be. And bigger means more showing off, and more showing off means people will know this is a Lincoln from far away. Other things you have to focus on is the lights, and one of the major things, traffic. How do you avoid it? Well, you can't. That's what that's there for. That's a little camera, just to keep you away from getting into any trouble, crashing and stuff like that, just in case you're dozing off. Also, well, it is basically big, but you can fit 6 people in it in total comfort. Here's the back of the vehicle, and as you can see, it isn't much. It doesn't really look all that much like a Lincoln should. It's not very good looking, but there are a few details that you might like, such as the double exhaust, the chrome tips on it, and the trunk as well, because this is a very big trunk. It might only be 18 cubic feet right now, but if you press this button right here, you actually get 40 cubic feet. That's because the double seats in the back are dropped down to create more space for you. And if the other rear seats are pushed down, you get 73 cubic feet. And that's a lot of space for one of these cars. I mean, what else can you ask for? This one though, being a 3.5 twin turbocharged, produces about 365 horsepower. And with a 3.7, you only get front wheel drive. This one has all wheel drive, which means it's safer and better to use. It's actually more controllable on the road. And that's not the only thing about this car, because it is very beautiful on the engine, but it has a stabilizer bar in the front and the back. That means it's also very safe. And safety is very important nowadays because the population is growing and so are the cars. Not just cars growing, but everybody buying them. And there are so many out there today, safety is very important. Also, this stabilizer bar is not the only safe thing about it. That camera up there, well, it stops you from, getting into a collision. Also, this being the 3.5 liter, 365 horsepower is really needed because this being 2.5 tons, it's very important. But the best part about it is the safety features. Just like in the MKS here, you get everything you need and a lot more. Like you get the screen right here, which you can see backwards, and it tells you everything about the radio and stuff like that. You get sat nav, you get Bluetooth connectivity, you get iPod connectivity. Also, everything here is, well, you can touch it with the tip of your finger. You slide across, the volume goes up. You slide across, you can get a bit more wind. Everything's very well done, and there are no buttons. It's just sort of funny touchy. I mean, it's actually cool. You still get a CD player. It's a 6 CD changer actually. And in here, you get 2 screens on the sides. The 2 screens are actually there so you can do all the tuning up of your car to make it all your own. Also, they give you a little bit of a, so you don't, switch the sights. You can actually look forward and down as you're checking your speed. You can see the sat nav right in there, not just on the side. That way you can prevent a crash and stuff, even though the car is doing it for you already. Also, you have an extensive sunroof. It's actually huge. It's about, well, let's just say 4 foot long. The gear lever, it's actually made in this leather trim with a little bit of polished aluminum on top. And it feels really grippy and really well. So is the steering wheel, with the addition of the wooden inlays over here and over here. It's all very beautiful, as you can see, and it feels very well made. Just like the other ones, you get a few details, as the cup holders, which don't look all that much pretty and stuff like that, but it's made up by everything else. So checking everything that you can do, well, look at this. It's all electronic, so are the seats, and even the windows. The only thing about it is that the car is turned off, so they don't work right now. Everything about this car makes sense, and it should, because this is about $60,000. The only thing is that you can get 6 people in here in this comfortable seats, which come in the front and the back. Also, just at the end, you get 2 more seats, where you can have the kids or a lazy uncle in the back. They're very comfortable, it's very easy to use, and very easy to drive, which is what we're about to do right now. And if you get bored of cruise control as well, that little camera that's extremely safe actually can keep a distance behind any random car, and if it accelerates, this accelerates. If that car decides to slow down, this one will slow down with it. It'll follow it to the end of the world. So it's actually a very good idea that you don't have to worry about. I believe that we're not gonna need drivers anymore, and I'm gonna be out of a job. But aside from all of that, I mean, it's a great car. You can enjoy yourself with it. The only problem that I did have is that it's 60 grand. But you can get a cheap one. Well, the one that doesn't come with all of this luxury. It comes with most of it, about 80% of it, for about 48 grand. And that's a really good deal for one of these. I mean, it's a luxury vehicle. It's huge. You can carry basically anything. You have 4-wheel drive, or you can get it in 2-wheel drive if you prefer. And it's very safe. And safety is a key thing nowadays. So thanks everyone for watching. This was Sebastian Benzoni.
You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.